Last year you heard me talk about thoughts are lies. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. You heard that, right?
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I remember talking about that.
And what did that mean to you, or how will
Yeah.
you help with that?
Yeah, so in the beginning, like my brain just wanted to make logical sense out of that and rationalize that, and I kept wanting to try to figure that out, and kept thinking about it a lot, and it wasn't getting me any answers, and that's when I kept coming and I kept hearing you say, "There's nothing you can do about it. Just let it go and let it go, and let the light kind of take over." And so I started to just do that and just do silent prayer. Morning and night, and not react to the thoughts. And I was able to see like how much it lies to me every day, or Satan or the devil lies to you every day. And the more I just continue to stick with it, I can just see that the thoughts are lies, and that's why I was able to observe and see. And then what I learned throughout the year was. I remember there was one assignment where you said pay attention to the stabbings, and that was a really, really eye opener, because I didn't realize how much I was being stabbed, and it was good or bad. So there was bad thoughts, and then there was good thoughts too, and that was another thing that was kind of interesting to learn, is how you think those good feelings are like good things, but it's also a setup as well. So not overreacting to those. I'm trying to recollect. So there was the ego pain, the pay attention to the stabbings, the enduring. The enduring was about what I come to understand is like just kind of carrying your cross, and so all the identities that you've identified with that are not you, just to take the pain of those when you come across a situation where you feel that stabbing. And yeah, I don't know what more to share. That's just what I've been doing, is just enduring, carrying my cross, focusing on myself, looking within. And in that process, I've like also, not that I've lost the sense of wanting to socialize and stuff like that, but I crave more just working on myself and just looking in within. And if it's opening your eyes, you do start to see a lot of the, you see the evil within first, and then I do start to see it a lot around, family, friends, work. And like I said, you just want to work on yourself more. And it's a lot of hell, because it's coming out and it's stabbing you, and it wants you to retrieve back, and then the anger, dropping the anger. That it seems like it's a difficult thing, but it's really just not reacting to the lie in your head, and that's why, like I said, because I find myself getting upset over the silliest things, and that's where I had the realization, like, it's not me, because I really don't even care about that, but something within me is triggering me, and I'm reacting. And so slowing down, paying attention to that. I will say the one thing I'm still working on is being present. That's the one thing that I'm still working on, and trying to stay in my body and not in my thoughts. Because I'm noticing that when I go in my imagination, it's like a vacuum. It just like sucks you in there, and you're not in your body no more. So I'm working on just staying present. The silent prayer has helped me. But like I said, it just happens fast. So I'm just trying to work on being present as much as possible. And
okay. Amazing. Yeah. Let's respond to what he said and ask him a question.
Well, I have a question first, actually.
Okay, let him have the mic.
So when you were talking about going and doing the silent prayer and counting the stabs, and you said that it's like the good stabs as well as the bad stabs, I'm wondering, like in your personal life, what seems to take you off track more, the good stabs or the negative bad stabs?
That's a good question.
Can you guys hear? It doesn't need to be turned up or anything? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So you said what seems to get me off track, the negative thoughts or the
Yeah,
good
the good
feelings?
stabs or the bad stabs.
I wouldn't say either or. It's just I don't know how to answer that, to be honest.
The reason why I asked was because like you were talking about how you're focusing on like being present.
Yeah.
And this is just me speaking from my own personal experience of what keeps me distracted, or what keeps me from being present. And for me, in my experience, it's like the quote unquote, like the good stabs. That for my experience, when I'm trying to go within and pay attention and slow down, it's always it's less so the quote unquote bad stabs, and it's the ones that distract me that keep me from being present and staying on track. I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what answer to give to that. I would say probably the negative ones, or it could be that it could be that I watch the negative ones so much that when I get the good feelings, that's probably where I go unconscious because I think it's good ones, and I do try to focus on good thoughts and good feelings to kind of get away from the negative ones. But both are set up, so I'm just learning to observe
When you
that.
go to the good feeling, think like, he think everything is fine.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna stab you with something else.
Yeah,
But you have to stay present both, because they're both imposters.
yeah.
Amazing.
I notice real quick with like the good stabs, it's almost like with the good stabs, it's like you're running, or at least it's like I'm running from the quote unquote bad stabs. If you
Yeah.
just consistently are with the good stuff and going within and just focusing on the quote unquote nice things, it is kind of like I'm at a sprint away from
Yeah.
from
And
slowing
if
down.
you're not aware of those good stabs, you think everything is fine. When a bad stab comes, it's like overwhelming, because it shocked you back into reality that you're not well.
Yeah.
It's still bad. Amazing. And so respond to what he gave.
Okay, so when you were talking about, he mentioned about realizing that all thoughts are all lies all the time, and you were just describing how at the beginning you were thinking about that a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, and then you described kind of then like a knowing that all thoughts are all lies all the time. How did you go from thinking about it to knowing it?
So I also come to the men's group, and I've been coming to church, and when I hear other stories and when I hear other testimonies, that kind of gives me some validation of what I'm going through in my head and internally in me. So it just kind of reaffirms, like, okay, this is what you're dealing with inside, and this is what other people are dealing with inside, and it just kind of shows me that it's true, if that makes any sense. So I'm able to just see what's happening with me, and then I see proof of it as well in other people. So I know it's true, what's going on within me.
Okay. Because I still have that question.
You have that question?
Yeah. I still think about
What?
the all thoughts being lies.
Right.
I don't think that I know that
Oh.
quite yet. And so he was describing how towards the beginning he was thinking about that and ruminating on it a little bit. But then you described like a almost like a click, like a knowing of it.
Yeah. Like I said, I see it happening in me, and then I can see it happen. And then when other people give testimony, like I can see the truth in it. And so that's why I can see that it's true in me,
Oh, okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why you're not convinced that all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything? Why you're not convinced yet?
I'm not convinced. I think it's as simple as because I don't know it to be true yet.
And why not?
I don't know.
Well, just stop and die.
Okay.
What?
I can see it in instances.
Yeah.
Like I do. I know that, like, if there's like an emotional state that's happening within my body,
Yeah.
like I immediately know that that's a lie, that that's something that's not real, it's not true. But I guess maybe I'm just not catching the thought behind that. I just am in that state, and I just know that within that state, it's pure deception.
Have you ever had a true thought?
A A true thought?
A true thought.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think you have? So why don't you know all thoughts are lies? then?
I guess I can't call them, I don't know, I can't, with my own words, call them lies.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah,
We'll stay with it. You'll see it.
yeah.
Even though you never had a true thought, you still think that some thoughts may be true.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
All right. Nice. All right. Respond to his talk and then ask him a question.
The response would be, it takes away the power of the thought when you know that every thought is a lie, and then we don't go as deep into it when we catch ourselves.
Speak up a little bit.
And the question would be, is there something apart from the silent prayer to make you remember during the day and not to get too distracted and to go too emotional about a thought before you become too emotional in different areas?
Repeat that one more time.
I'm not even clear myself about it.
You want to, why you hold your hand?
No, I understood.
Oh, tell him, because he's speaking from another country.
I think you were asking him if he has any other things that he does that helps him stay present and not get distracted. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Work, just work. do my my day-to-day activities.
Yeah.
Gym.
Or, for example, you have maybe a complicated area in your life or topic, and before you go too deep into your thoughts and emotions, is there something to snap out of it? Do you, except for the silent prayer in the morning and night?
Yeah. Well, there's times where I do it in the middle of the day too, or throughout my day.
But because with that I'm battling, I have different topics with very emotionally loaded, and so I often get distracted or unconscious and go too deep into it. So that's the question.
I think just the thing is just to stay present, because for me it's like, I guess where I'm at in my life, I'm working on things and trying to establish things, and it's hard to stay present when you're trying to work on something for the future. So I think that's one thing I'm having kind of like a challenge with.
You're
just
trying to
staying
work
present.
on something for the future?
Yeah, like for
Something
example.
physical?
Yeah,
Oh.
like for my business, and
Well, nothing wrong with that.
but I was saying that's where like I'll slip out of the being present, and I go into like the future, or I get distracted.
And do you come back to the present?
And that's what I'm saying. I'll do the prayer throughout the day. 'Cause
Right
I
on.
have to do it to come back, because I'll start to feel like the stabbings, or maybe a little bit of frustration, or maybe a little bit of annoyance, and that's why I have to do the silent prayer to come back
Oh,
to
okay.
it. So,
Nice.
and then, I guess, like I said, it's just thoughts, work. Sometimes that gets to you, the worry about work. Or a million tasks I have on my mind to, know I have to get those done. So just slowing down, I think, is the biggest thing for me. It's just slowing down and just being present. It seems easier said than done, but I know it is easy. It's just the thoughts; they just keep coming at you. So that's just where I'm at with it. And just slowing down, and I know I'll say I understand that they're lies, but it's a little bit more challenging when you don't react to it
Okay.
internally.
Amazing.
Because I won't react to it maybe physically, but internally, it'll be a whole dialogue. Not a whole dialogue, but it's this
Yeah.
battle with it. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
What I want to do is move it a little faster. So let me ask you first, and then I'll saw your hand. Are you convinced that all thoughts are all lies all the time? Can you see that clearly?
More or less. Yeah, if I look at it later in reflection, I can see it clearly. But in the moment, I often need a little time to realize it.
Okay. All right.